Hey guys, it is the 6th of October today. My name is Jess and you're watching GameSpot News. Here's what mattered today. After a hell of a long lead-up, Ubisoft finally dropped the official announcement trailer for the next entry in the Far Cry series, entitled Far Cry Primal. Unlike Far Cry 3's Blood Dragon, Far Cry Primal is being described as a full-fledged single-player experience, which will take place in 10,000 BC. As Takar, a hunter and the last surviving member of his hunting group, you'll traverse an area called Oros, and try not to get eaten by saber-toothed tigers or gored by woolly mammoths. Ubisoft have said you will team up with a memorable cast of characters who help you tend the wilderness. As with any good Far Cry game, expect hunting, crafting, and defending off of toothy predators. The game is in development at Ubisoft Montreal, in collaboration with Ubisoft Toronto, Ubisoft Shanghai Studio, and Ubisoft Kiev Studio. Far Cry Primal will be out on February 23 of next year for PS4 and Xbox One, while the PC edition will be out in March. You can check out the full cinematic trailer and behind-the-scenes clip in our story on site. Next up, the PC system requirements for Star Wars Battlefront have dropped, and here's what you'll need to run the thing. Minimum system requirements for the game call for a GeForce GTX 660 with 2GB of memory, or a Radeon HD 7850 graphics card also with 2GB of memory. The recommended settings are a little beefier. You'll need an Intel i5 6600 processor, 16GB of RAM, a GeForce GTX 970 graphics card with 4GB of memory, or a Radeon R9 290 with 4GB of memory. Both sets of requirements also call for 40GB of hard drive space and an internet connection of at least 512 kilobits per second. Star Wars Battlefront ships to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on November 17. Finally, Capcom has told fans to stay tuned for Resident Evil 7 and commented on their other titles. Producer Masachika Kawata told Japanese gaming magazine Dengeki PlayStation that Capcom is not prepared to discuss Resident Evil 7 at this stage, but did comment on the suggestion that the game has lost its horror touch. Kawata explained, "Since there's been more spin-off titles, I can see how it can be perceived in such a way. And of course, I believe that we should produce titles that bring out the horror. I'm thinking about it and also preparing for it." Kawata also mentioned that they will consider more HD remakes of classic Resi games if there is demand for them. Capcom producer Hiroyuki Kobayashi chimed in elsewhere in the interview to note that there are currently no plans for new Devil May Cry or Dragon's Dogma games. Let me know down in that comment section what you think of Far Cry Primal. You can head to GameSpot where we've got stories on Sonic Lost Worlds coming to PC and the most anticipated holiday title. That is everything I have for you today. As always, let me know what you cared about, and I will catch you same time tomorrow.